Hello, it's Wednesday and we're back with another video. What are we doing today?
So there's some great news. There's some relief for South Africans. It seems like the VAT increase has been scrapped.
Oh! Goodness.
So no price increases.
Yeah.
We're hoping the financial services are gonna send out new SMSs
Yes.
saying that the VAT is not increasing.
Yes.
But anyway, before we get into all of this,
I'm sure they're big mad though.
Yeah.
They're big mad. But also a person when they think about things like, okay, you know what? Actually.
but before we get into all of that, let's just check out this clip first.
Okay.
And then you tell me what you think.
Alright.
This is some amazing news for South Africans. The proposed VAT increase in South Africa has been scrapped. The finance minister has announced that the decision to raise VAT from 15% to 15.5%, this decision has been reversed. This is after a lot of pressure from other political parties as well as a massive public outcry. South Africans, this is a massive relief. The prices of goods and services will not be going up. VAT is staying the same, at least for now. What an amazing day.
So what are your thoughts on all of this?
What an amazing day indeed. Yo, I won't lie, that was very, very scary. That was very scary because we are already here sinking in this economy. We are sinking. Things are ridiculously expensive. I cannot imagine them getting more expensive than they are now. I hate the fact that our government, the first go-to for any problems, if there's a shortage in money or whatever, the first thing that they want to do is like take from us, is like take more from us. And it's like, that's how out of touch they are, that they actually think that we can still afford this. Like, this is crazy. This was not even supposed to be at the top of their minds as a solution, because if they knew their people and they knew how we were living, they'd understand that we don't have that money.
So the main reason why we haven't spoken about this VAT increase yet is because I was waiting for the 1st of May to see whether the VAT was actually going to go up or not. And then from there, I'll give my opinion on if political parties did right or they did wrong. But then now that this whole saga seems to be concluding itself before the 1st of May, it's important to give our thoughts and opinions on this. So my first thing is that this whole VAT saga or budget speech saga, this whole budget saga exposed a lot of different parties. It's important to see how parties
react to things.
Yes, how parties move.
Yes.
When it's time to negotiate, when it's time to take action for the people of South Africa. That's very important. Don't listen to what people say. Because people lie a lot. Our politicians lie a lot. And this whole saga proved that. Now, why was the VAT increase scrapped? It was because of the DA's court case, the DA and the EFF. The DA and the EFF took the government to court to declare this budget unconstitutional. Luckily, the DA won the case, and the ANC had to settle out of court with the DA to scrap the VAT increase. But now the DA is saying that no, they did this for South Africans. That is a lie. That is a big lie.
Okay.
So again, pay attention to how people move when it's time to take action. The DA would have accepted this VAT increase if they got their way in negotiations. So the DA wanted the ANC to scrap the Expropriation Act. They wanted the ANC to scrap any
Really? That's what it was
Act. Yes.
Oh
so
my gosh.
The finance minister came out with that information that no, the DA is willing to accept this if the ANC scrap all these bills that they don't like. But since
that's crazy. So you don't really care about us then?
No, they only care about their constituencies. They care about the people that vote for them. Not all of South Africa. So keep that in mind, right? The DA didn't get their way, so they decided, no, we're gonna play opposition. And we're gonna take this to court and stop this VAT increase. Now today they're coming out and saying this is a victory.
We did this for you,
for all
for
South
us,
Africans.
for South Africans.
It's a lie.
And they're literally playing on that.
Yes. So the way politics is so bad here is that people will say one thing and then do the complete opposite, and then when a different outcome comes, they will lie to your face.
They'll lie and say,
no, we did this for you people, when that's a lie.
That's true.
You must be very attentive to
yeah,
these things.
That's true.
The next people that deserve a lot of blame are the parties that voted for the budget. The parties that voted for the VAT increase. Your bosses.
How do you do
your
that?
Action SAs, your PAs, those small parties, they voted for the budget increase. But do
you think that's just kissing cheeks of the ANC, or just like...
It's playing politics. So the whole message that...
So it is kissing cheeks.
The whole message that they put out to the public is that, no, we accepted this budget speech because it would have been worse if South Africa didn't have a budget by a certain time. So I don't even know how that makes sense, but that's the whole excuse.
That's crazy.
Right? So they said they accepted it, but in the meantime, we're still negotiating, we're still revising.
But they weren't going to do anything.
Yes.
Nothing was going to happen.
Ultimately,
we were just going to have to accept.
Yeah. Ultimately, because they voted for the budget, the budget was going to come into effect on the 1st of May.
Yes.
With the VAT increase.
With that.
Whether they could negotiate it or not, it was going to come into effect. So
now they have to redo the budget basically.
No, so like they have to amend it.
Yes.
Yeah. So your likes of Action SA, your bosses and your PAs, specifically Action SA. Action SA came out when they voted for it. They came out and said there will be no VAT. There will be no VAT increase. On day one, they were like, there will be no VAT increase, no VAT increase. And that was the energy. But as time went on and we got closer to the date, their tune changed.
You've been, maybe not formally or officially, but ultimately you've been invited to join the GNU.
In the beginning.
I'm saying even right now.
We said it's a condition.
But it would be without the Democratic Alliance.
No,
without VAT.
We did not to say without the GA. Okay. Anyone who's going to vote against the budget. So the GA voted against the budget. So therefore, we did not say anyone at the time because we didn't know who was going to vote against the government. We said to the ANC, any party that is going to vote against this framework must be kicked out.
And based on the outcomes of the court case, if it wasn't for the DA getting the outcome that they wanted, we were going to get a VAT increase.
It's a bittersweet victory.
Yes. So the DA literally saved Action SA and Bossa and the PA. So now they're taking the victory like it's theirs.
Yeah, like it's theirs.
Yes. You see how stupid all of this thing is? But if you're paying attention, you'll see that a lot of these politicians lie to your face.
Yes.
They lie to you. They know that it wasn't because of them that the VAT is being scrapped. They voted for it. It's not because of them. So that's the part that pisses me off. Is like, these people will lie to your face.
Yeah.
And then that should prove that the politicians are not for the people.
No.
They are just playing career politics.
Yes.
Most of these small parties wanted to get into the GNU.
Absolutely.
Get ministerial positions. Get
That's
into
what
government.
they cared about. We saw many of them. We saw many of them who changed. They changed as soon as they got into a little bit of power and got a little bit of benefits. We saw many people. Gayton McKenzie won, So, but many along with him. Musi Maimane, hey, but he was always funny. But anyway, these little things kind of show us, as you're saying, they show us.
Yes, people. If you pay attention,
they show us colors.
For real. Politicians expose themselves by action, not by words.
Absolutely.
They lie to you every day.
Yeah.
But by action, you see what they're really about. So that was very important to see that. Okay, these smaller parties.
I love it because this could actually be the death of those small little parties now going forward.
I don't think so, because now they're going to parade this victory, which is what they're doing. They're parading this victory.
So you think people are biting?
Because of them. Yes, people are saying you must apologize to Action SA, you must apologize to Bossa and all that stuff like that.
Are you serious?
But it's not because of them that we're not getting a VAT increase.
Yeah.
It was because of them that we were going to get a VAT increase. People need to realize these things. So now moving, so from what I've seen, these small parties are inexperienced and they almost got outplayed by the ANC.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the DA stepping in and trying to stop this VAT increase, we would have gotten a VAT increase. Keep that in mind. So now we have the EFF. The EFF opposed the budget from the beginning. They opposed it. They opposed everything. Well, they opposed the VAT increase specifically. And they opposed it so much that they're willing to work together with the DA to take the government to court to stop this VAT increase. That's how much they oppose it. Saying, even though they specifically said that many times they don't want to work with the DA.
Never work with the DA under any circumstances.
Here's them working with the DA, and they got the VAT increase.
See, this is why I say, like, once you have a common enemy, whatever it is, you can actually put aside your differences and you know, join forces. Bang.
So well done to the EFF for that. And then lastly, I want to speak about MK.
No.
Non-existent.
No, non-existent.
Non-existent at all.
Let's be real. Let's be honest.
Very useless.
Very useless.
Main opposition.
I think maybe they did what they needed to do. To be honest, their whole aim was just to take votes from the ANC. Which, for that, I'll be grateful to them because the ANC deserved to be in that position.
The MK right now has a lot of problems, but
yes.
Notice how they moved throughout this whole situation.
No, passive.
They just spoke about
nothing.
it, but did
fence
nothing.
sitters, sitting on fence. They've been sitting on the fence since elections.
But my point is that they've done nothing.
Nothing.
MK is the biggest party outside of government, so their role is to be the main opposition.
Yeah.
Their role is to keep the government in check.
Yeah.
Basically, their role is the DA. They're supposed to do what the DA
was doing before.
They're supposed to do what the DA was doing before. Try and keep the government in check. But because MK are passive and they did nothing, the DA had to step out of government.
Imagine.
And play opposition.
Fight within itself.
Yes, they're fighting themselves.
Yes.
That's what the DA had to do. They had to fight themselves.
Imagine.
Because the main opposition is doing nothing.
not doing opposition things.
It was supposed to be MK and EFF, but now it's DA and EFF.
And EFF.
So the
what
MK
a joke.
Is a joke right now.
What a joke.
So yeah, if you guys paid attention to this whole saga and you see how each party operated, how each party maneuvered in this whole saga, you have a clearer picture of who to vote for and who not to vote for.
Absolutely.
But if you're biased and you just listen to whatever your party says, fine, continue to do so. But
continue to do so.
It's important that you pay very close attention to what people are doing, not what they're saying. It is what it is. You guys let us know what you think about this whole situation.
Yeah, let us know.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.